things are happening. Let me see. The flies are here.
Hey, the flies is out this year.
The flies is
The flies
out.
and gnats are tweaking this year.
They're going crazy. But before anything, let me do a little. It's cool conversations with Adante. It's cool.
Oh, we recording.
We recording. We recording.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Cool
shit.
conversations with Adante is cool. As y'all know, I have a very special guest here. You know, because everybody on the Cool Conversations is rich and or famous. TBH, you know.
Oh,
So can I get you to introduce yourself to the people?
I'm just that guy Ty. One half of the work in progress. You know, producer. You know, just slight shit.
I fuck with it.
Slight shit.
I'm trying to pick your brain about both of them.
Oh
things,
shit, what's up, man?
So
I'm with it all.
I want to start with producing because I guess I usually interview artists and entrepreneurs more so we can start with that. What got you into music? What got you into production?
To tell you the truth, bro, I always loved music when I was a kid. I ain't really had no one to put me on to it.
Yeah.
Like besides what I would hear my mom play, and that was just straight R&B and shit. So I always was like, damn man, what do I want to do in music? Cause I know I don't want to be an artist, cause I hate the attention being on me.
Yeah.
So then I just really didn't do anything for a long time. So I was in school and shit, like elementary school playing instruments and shit. Okay, that always caught my attention.
Yeah.
Fast forward, got out of elementary school, won't play instruments no more. So my stepbrother, he actually was the one that kind of put me on to like production. Cause he played instruments and shit, and then he started me on FL Studios.
Yeah.
So I'll look at him on that shit, I be like, what is that? Like FL Studios, I can put on your computer. All right, cool. Put on my shit, bro. I did not like FL Studios whatsoever.
I was about to ask what version of FL Studios.
It was 10. It was 10. I remember it was 10.
Yeah.
I did not like that shit at all. I was like, bro, what the fuck it is? But I still played with it though.
What made you not like it?
I didn't like the layout.
Yeah.
It's really the layout. FL Studios layout is fucking horrible. I don't know if it's better now, but that shit was horrible.
Yeah.
So I kind of like left it alone again for a little bit. And then that's when I started like meeting artists and stuff. Like my boy British Ave went to school with him. Double Bullet went to school with him.
Yeah.
So I'd always see like British rapping and shit. I was like, okay, like he's on to something. So I remember we graduated high school, and then like he'd come to my crib, and I still had FL Studio set up. He knew how to use it a little bit. So we'd just be out there like putting samples and shit. Like we actually worked on maybe like 3 beats that we never put out because we never finished on. And so then went to college. I'm skipping a lot, but it's just how I got into it. Went to college and shit, went to TCC, did that shit. I was like, I'm not happy with this. So I started like looking up schools and shit. And then First Institute in Orlando came up. So I applied, got accepted. In like 3-4 months, moved to Florida. Learned how to mix, master, stuff like that. And that's really how it happened, like officially.
So you went to school for the shit?
I did. I went to school for it. Everything that I do now, bro, I learned that shit in school, like
That's
podcasting,
wild.
everything.
That's wild. So
in 11 months.
Really?
11 months, bro. 11 months, got my degree.
So was it like an overall sound production thing, or specifically beats?
It was an overall, cause I don't even, to be real with you, I don't even like making beats. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't like it, but it's just something super tedious to me.
Producing
It is, that's
more
what
than
people don't
making beats.
understand.
Yeah.
They think you're a producer, you just make beats. Like, no, you gotta do the mixing, mastering, the sequencing, like take Diddy for example. He's a producer. He's not making beats though.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a producer.
Exactly.
Jay-Z, record producer, he doesn't make beats.
Exactly.
So it's more than that. That's what people don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, bro, I want to get back into it though, cause like I said, I play instruments and shit, so I know how to put sounds together. It was tedious, and I don't have patience.
Yeah.
Like I'm terrible with patience, so I really just stuck with mixing, mastering, and now I'm moving more to media.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's how I started production, man.
What was the experience like at the school or whatever? Because
It was super creative, bro. It was the most creative environment I was ever in. Cause we had teachers that was actually industry professionals. Like one of the teachers we had, Beyonce flew him to Coachella, whatever year that was, and he did like all the live sound shit for her.
Yeah.
So we had actual people there. Like my teacher, Chris J, he was our master. Well, he was kind of our mastering teacher, and then he taught us some other shit. He fucking produced that song "Ooh" for Fredo Bang. He just got a plaque for that.
Really?
He just got a gold plaque for that.
Damn, that's some.
So it was like we was around all of these people, all these creatives. So it was just always a good vibe.
Yeah, that's some
always, bro.
strong energy to be around.
It was,
too.
man.
Especially like to inspire art you're trying to create and everything.
Exactly. And we always felt like art class, for some reason, it just seemed like art class was the most creative. Because we had so much going on. Like, it was so many talented people in my class, from beats, mixing, mastering, or just being personalities. Like, it was just a lot of dope people. And I wish we all stayed in contact, but I don't always work like that. I don't always work like that.
So, sure everybody, it sounds like everybody had a good experience to take away from it all.
For sure.
So that's really what matters.
I wish I could do it again. I really wish I could do it again. Like, because I would definitely step out my shell more.
So how does music producing transform into the podcast? And we're doing that sort of media.
So are we talking about podcasts in general? Because I had a podcast before, A Work in Progress.
Yeah, so just podcasts in general. And then moving up to A Work in Progress.
So what got me in podcasts in general, even, cause I started listening before I moved to Florida. I started listening, but I never said, oh, I'm gonna do a podcast.
Yeah.
So I was in school, and we had a project that was to make a podcast. And I was grouped with like 2 or 3 other people. It was the worst podcast ever. It was horrible. Like,
you name?
We didn't even have a name. We just did like one episode for a project. And I just remember like neither one of the guys wanted to talk.
Yeah.
They didn't want to say shit. So it was me sitting there trying to pull shit out of them. So it was the worst. I got a terrible grade on that. But in that class, I met my boy Oscar, which we made a podcast together. Cause we'd just have all these interesting conversations like on our break and shit. Yeah. And I'd be like, oh, we should start a podcast. This motherfucker turned around and started a podcast with somebody else.
Yeah.
But then double back, and we started that's when we started Dazed and Confused. But we ended that shit like 3 different times and restarted it, but now it's officially over. But that was like the introduction to podcasting. And so then I moved back here last year, and I was like, damn, like, I really miss it. Like, I really miss podcasting. So then I got an idea for A Work in Progress. And I was like, damn, but who could I do this with? And I was like, who would be perfect in Rail? Cause I've known Rail since we were 4. Like, I've known nigga, we've known each other our whole lives. Yeah. So it was like, damn, I know what type of conversations we have. The only thing is, this isn't like his realm. Yeah. He don't know about this type of stuff. So it was just like, okay, so you listen, you hear bro be kind of quiet sometimes, cause he's still trying to get adjusted, but he's getting better to it. Yeah. So like, who would be perfect in him? Like, I know I can pull it out, I know he can do it. So, and we already got the chemistry, so why not do it? Yeah, no. Like, why not? So that's how the whole podcasting thing started.
No, yeah, that's fire as fuck. Fucking, would you ever consider, like, what else would you consider with the whole producing thing? Because, again, we're not talking about beat making, we're not just talking about shows, like, just production altogether. What is the goal and dream for that?
And the goal and dream, I definitely want a production company. Yeah. I definitely want that. Like, I want to change. I don't want A Work in Progress just to be a podcast. Like, I want to blow up into a whole production, a network, have other shows and do TV and shit like that. So it ain't just, oh, we're going to be on the audio side, we're just going to do this one podcast. Like, we want to be much more than that. Yeah. So that's the goal at the end of the day. Like, outside of music, that's the goal, to blow this shit up into what it should be and what I know it could be. Yeah. So that's really what we're doing.
Would you ever be interested in doing, like, production for videos or anything like that?
I definitely want to get into that. Absolutely. I'd love to learn that.
Yeah, man. All you got, especially with the with Pocket, all you need a little something to pop. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, with production, I'm trying to get this shit out to fucking Apple Music, Spotify, all that shit. It was there for a little bit, but
you got to.
We gonna,
you gotta be everywhere, my guy.
I'm saying it's all a fucking business. Art is a business.
It is.
It's how do you feel about that specifically, art, the mixture of art and business?
I feel like because it's art, it's harder to get into business. Yeah. I feel like it's definitely harder because you can make a great product that these people over here like, but everybody gonna like it? No. And then everyone not liking it, that's gonna affect you because art is basically, the art we put out is basically our emotions, our feelings, and what we thinking. Yeah. Like, that's basically all this shit is. So with it mixing with business, like, it makes it tougher because you gotta learn not to take certain shit personal. Yeah. Like, you gotta be like, okay, this is business. Yeah, like, you can't put your feelings into it, really. Yeah, and then art, and that's like the hardest thing to separate is feelings.
Exactly, and then art is like all feelings.
It is.
So it's like,
it really is. It's all feelings.
You try to mix it up, you're like, oh my bad.
Like you, it's like you create something, you put all your feelings and your everything into it, and then you put out there in the business world and it's not received well, and then you're heartbroken. Yeah. You don't even want to create no more. Yeah. Like, and that shit has happened to me before. Yeah. Like, when I first started. Like, I did a song for a guy, and he didn't like it just because I wasn't in his circle. So that kind of affected me because that was the first time someone said they didn't like my production. Yeah. So I was just like, so that shit had me second guessing myself for a little bit.
You know, also with it is like, the art and business, sometimes other people's business will be fucked up, and they'll try to sort of project that onto your art and business. I feel like, specifically with art, like
It's definitely like that.
I'm not. I don't know what I want to do. It's your fault.
That's happened to you before?
You're like, yeah, but I'm saying just fucking. You make something for somebody, and they know what you make. You know, you give them what you got, and then sometimes like, and you wonder sometimes like, maybe you could have directed a little bit better.
I feel like
supposed to be.
I feel like some people just don't want to admit that certain things are good. Because,
yeah, okay.
Because I feel like they already had, like, say I was making a beat, right? So if someone comes to me and asks for this type of beat, I give them the exact beat they're looking for, but they say they don't like it. That's because I was probably their second option. The person that they really wanted to work with denied them, so they came to me, but they still kind of salty about that shit. So we was like, man, fuck this. I ain't even want to work with this nigga in the first place. So it was like, now I'm just unhappy, regardless of what I get if it's not from this first person. So that's what that shit is.
It's definitely a lot of factors. Niggas is,
It is. It's a lot.
It's what, like I said, production, trying to figure out how to be the producer, so to be on the other end instead of fucking like having to be like, let me get that. I mean, it's people asking, let me get that. You be like, no, I'm the person who needs that. Put it all together. Put it all together, goddammit. But is there anywhere that the people can find you, sir?
They can find me on Twitter at beatsby__Ty. They can find me on Instagram at produceDby_Ty. Find the podcast, A Work in Progress 757. You can find me anywhere, really, everywhere. We're on everything.
I love it.
Make sure my face is everywhere.
I appreciate this conversation, too.
Hey, I appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you for sliding.
Thank you.
We in this bitch. It's cool conversations. I don't know. Be more hydrated than I am right now.
I think you dying out here.
Boy, I wish we could. We could have a whole nother episode about that.
Man, this shit is hot.
Be more hydrated than I am right now. Do some fucking push-ups or something. Goddamn. Text your bitch, tell her you fuck with her.
Text your bitch, tell you love her. Not the sad.
I'm not gonna put that pressure on you, King. Dude, text your bitch, tell you love her. Everybody don't love their bitch. I mean,
everybody don't love their bitch.
But just be affectionate. Yeah. Be affectionate, and you know what? We can take from that. If you don't love your bitch, maybe today's the day that you need to separate yourself from your bitch.
It's about to get cold, man. People start coming together. Like, the heat about to start dying.
Obviously, this person I'm talking to has to be toxic. Obviously, they don't love their bitch. We goddamn.
Why you promoting toxicity, man?
I'm not. I'm saying cut it off.
Cut it off.
You're the problem. Maybe you're the problem.
Go to therapy.
Hey. But no, I love you. I love you. I'm gonna talk to you soon. Bye.